alert weather day it is. There will be rain. Our first alert team says there's going to be a lot of wind today as well. Many of you have probably already experienced this, and we've got Storm 3 out there live.
Yeah, they're on I-77 right there in the Pineville area, and it's been, I saw some light rain as I was driving in today.
Did you really?
Yeah, some light rain. It was a little windy out there, so yeah, we're having a day all right. First alert meteorologist Rachel Coulter is with us. Tell us more about this day we're having.
Yeah, absolutely. So a couple of things I want to lay out with in terms of the winds. Everyone's going to experience gusty winds today. Not everyone sees a storm, but it's one of those things where wherever we do see a storm develop, we're going to have to keep a close eye on it. So we're going to be watching radar pretty closely. Got meteorologist Lisa Vegas and myself that'll be in here tonight, just babysitting radar for it, and we'll let you know if any storms do intensify. There's some thinning of the clouds that we're keeping a close eye on at this time. And so first alert weather day in place just because we're expecting the wind and the rain. I mentioned it, everyone dealing with the wind. Look at our HD tower camera right now overlooking uptown Charlotte, and the wind is knocking that around. Sustained winds are close to 20 miles per hour. We could have wind gusts upwards of 30 to 40 miles per hour today. So that is definitely noticeable, and temperatures around 70. Looks cloudy from this perspective, but when you zoom this out, I showed you this before, we've got some thinning of the clouds, and that's what we're watching pretty closely. Once you get some sunshine, that really helps to fuel the atmosphere, which would feed that storm potential as we go through time, especially this afternoon and into the evening hours. So you'll notice temperatures where we've had some of that sunshine in our central and southeastern counties. Meanwhile, more cloud cover, lower temperatures to the north and west. But we're still seeing some rainfall. If you're listening in from the mountains and the foothills, moderate to heavy rainfall is still anticipated heading out the door from Boone down towards Lenoir and into Pinola and the Linville area, but that is not severe. So good news there. Severe threat at this point to the south of this warm front makes sense. The highest risk for severe weather is displaced to our north and to our south with this low pressure system. But as I mentioned, we are still going to have to keep a close eye on these storms. In fact, let me take you through time here. That really severe threat is going to start to pick up this afternoon. So here's 2 o'clock, for example, starting to see a few more showers and storms out there at this point. But it looks like the evening commutes when these storms may actually really be able to work and get their act together with time. So these are going to be lifting north and east. And again, not everyone sees the rain and storms. Look at our southeastern counties. You may end up staying dry, but we're just going to have to watch any of those storms that move through there. 7 o'clock, I would still anticipate that potential for damaging wind gusts and an isolated tornado risk. And then finally, that all clears out. Now, we'll still have some lingering shower chances as we head into your Friday, some gusty winds as well. We're going to carry that first alert over as a result into Friday. But in terms of your severe threat, look at your screen here. This is 5 o'clock, so right around the commute. I'm showing you your future storm fuel, and the brighter shades of orange and yellow that you have, the more fuel these storms will have to work with. And it looks like that could be in place for us, especially in some of our central and southeastern counties. So damaging wind gusts, the main concern for us. So that can knock down trees, that can knock down power lines. So charge up those devices, grab that WBTV free first alert weather app if you haven't already. And once that's charged up, you can watch our live coverage if we do indeed have to break in for an isolated strong to severe storm. Large hail is possible with an isolated storm, and a tornado is possible with an isolated storm. But certainly that's not going to be a widespread issue across our area. Either way, it's going to be windy. 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts is going to be a possibility over the course of the day, but that's going to carry right on over into Friday. And that's why you've noticed here, if you're tuned in with Chief Meteorologist Al Conklin, Meteorologist Eric Garlick this morning, we've carried over that first alert into Friday. It's just going to be a gusty day. We'll see some additional showers, especially in the mountains, and some passing clouds with those winds out of the north and west. And temperatures will be cooler behind today's cold front from the 70s to the upper 60s. And then we get towards the weekend. So here's the good news of your forecast. Once we get beyond today and tomorrow, so that low pressure system will have moved out of the area. We've got sunshine, dry conditions on the way for Saturday and Sunday. High temperatures in the mid 70s on Saturday afternoon after waking up to the 40s. We're back into the 80s by Sunday, and look at next week. Mid to upper 80s possible for that second half of your 7-day forecast.